Es wird nicht einfach.
When you hear Romania, you probably think about Dracula. The legend spreads so far that the whole world shares the same association. So the most visited place, besides the capital Bucharest, is Bran Castle. But here's the thing, it's mostly a myth. The vampire castle connection was invented by tourism. Not that Romanians are complaining. It brings millions of visitors to the castle every year. To visit Bran Castle is still worth it. Queen Maria of Romania once lived here. Romania has always been a farming land, and its roots go back over 2000 years. The ancient nations lived here. Then the Romans came, conquered them, and stayed for over 150 years. From that mix came the Romanian people, in their Latin language. For centuries, people live here close to the land, growing food, raising animals, following the rhythm of the seasons. And the houses you see reflect exactly that life. These traditional homes were built to be practical, thick walls to survive harsh winters. Their roofs were high and steep, often four-reached, designed to shed heavy snow and rain while providing large attic storage. Every detail helped families stay safe, warm and self-sufficient through the long, cold months. Romania is one of Europe's last true wild areas where old-growth forests blanket vast mountain ranges. The Carpathian Mountains alone cover a third of the entire country and are home to what many call Europe's last virgin forests. And living inside these forests are over 6,000 brown bears, the largest population on the entire continent. A single bear can weigh up to 350 kilograms and live up to 30 years in the wild. But it is not just bears. Romania is home to over 700 species of animals. Western Europe lost most of its wild predators centuries ago, but Romania never did. The wolves still roam, the lynx still hunts, and the forests are still deep and untouched. In Africa, you go on safari to see the Big Five. In Romania, you hike into the Carpathians and the wilderness comes to you. Situated in the middle of breathtaking nature, squeezed between two dramatic mountain ranges, lies that many consider one of the most beautiful villages in Europe, Măgura. The special location makes it even more beautiful, because unlike most pretty villages, Măgura sits entirely within a national park, protected on all sides by wild nature, with bears and wolves roaming the forest just beyond the last house. Although the village covers a large area, the population is only a few hundred people, around 700 souls. Employment is almost not existent. Some locals walk 6 miles to the nearest town for work. Tourism has become a lifeline for the village, and there are small family guest houses where you can stay and eat home-cooked food. And this is where we laced up our boots and head into the wilderness, with 2 locals who have been walking these mountains their entire lives. For us, that was an adventure. For them, it was just another Tuesday. We decided to follow the water, hiking along the river instead of going deep into the forest. The sound of the stream, the cold mountain air, the untouched riverbanks.
Es wird nicht einfach.
What surprises us most was the silence. Despite hiking being popular in Romania, you can walk for hours without seeing another soul. The mountains swallow you completely. And then, out of nowhere, you meet someone. A woman, alone in the forest, completely unbothered. Or a shepherd.
What?
And when we say untouched, we mean it. No phone signal, no rescue service within reach. If something happens out here, you are on your own. And this is not a managed hiking trail with safety nets and information boards. This is the real wilderness. This is the thing about hiking in Romania. It humbles you. It reminds you how small you are. But a word of warning: do not come unprepared. Go with someone who knows the territory. And whatever you pack a bear spray. Because the bears here are not legend like Dracula. They are real, and there are 6,000 of them. This kind of hike does not leave you quickly, because for a few hours you stepped completely outside the world you know. And that is something you do not forget. It's wonderful that there are still places in Europe where only you matter, and for that moment everything else fades away. So, if you come to Romania and hike, come with respect. Walk carefully in the nature. You're a guest in something ancient and fragile. Romania is a real jewel of Europe. Virgin nature, rich culture, deep history, and a way of life that the rest of Europe quietly lost a long time ago. Romania is like Europe's safari, a place where wolves still roam, bears still rule the forest, and you can walk for hours without seeing another soul. In a world that feels louder and more chaotic every day, Romania offers something rare, a place to disappear into something real. But all of this can disappear. The forests are being threatened. The bears that make this country so extraordinary could one day be put at risk. People get too close trying to take selfies, and it can have dangerous consequences.
Și acolo prin ălu. Da?
Mass tourism changes places. It always does. Romania is still special. Use this opportunity while it lasts. And if this video changed how you think about Romania, even just a little, let us know in the comments below.